as you're revising, let's just revise the names of the first 3 chapters we learned. Okay, let me just tell you once and then I want you to also internalize it. The first chapter is called Arjuna Vishada Yoga, which is about the rejection of Arjuna. How Arjuna becomes rejected and says, I don't want to fight. That is the first chapter, Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Many times when we are in deep grief, we will achieve, unison with the beauty of Krishna. We'll be able to see the Lord, right? So that is one kind of a yoga. The second yoga in chapter 2 we learn is Sankhya Yoga, which is called the yoga of analysis or discrimination, where we mainly understand that we are not this body. We learn to understand that we are actually the soul, right? That is the most important learning of Gita. If you're able to, whenever you sit quietly, children, if you're able to think that I am not actually this body, it is temporary, and if you're able to realize that you are actually the wonderful, eternal, spiritual soul, which has always been there and which will always be there, if you're able to meditate upon that, the life within you, real spirit or soul within you, then you'll be, achieving many more great achievements because you're actually being with reality. That which is temporary, this body and this material world is actually unreal also because it's temporary. So you learn to be with what is real. That's called Sankhya Yoga, or you're analyzing what is real, what is unreal, what is temporary, what is permanent. And then you try to focus on what is permanent to understand that in this world, all these happinesses related to the sense organs, right? If you eat an ice cream, you're happy while you're eating, then finished, right? Or if you are smelling something nice, it is only as long as that smell is there. And we also learn that there are opposites. Though Krishna is saying that, somebody in the waiting room, though Krishna is saying that, think of me and be in transcendental happiness, he doesn't say that you are not going to have any sadness at all. What he says is that they will be there. The opposites will be there. Only you will learn how to handle it with confidence. Somebody was in the waiting room. I'm not able to make them enter. Niranjana, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, ma'am.
Yeah. All right. Somehow I'm not able to get the some participants to enter. All right. So that is one of the things that we learned in chapter 2. In chapter 3, we learned Karma Yoga. We learned about Karma Yoga, that is yoga of action, in which we learned the main enemy of spirituality is lust, right? And a number of things we learned about karma in the chapter 3. Now we are doing Jnana Yoga, or we're doing the yoga of transcendental knowledge. That's the chapter we are doing. Last class, children, we learned verses 1 to 10, out of which the 10th verse was really important. In verse 1 and 2, Krishna gave us a history of the Gita. Right? He told us when he first taught the Gita ever, which was like millions of years ago, when he told the sun god, who is also called Vivaswan. The sun god, who is also called Vivaswan, he explained the teachings of Gita to Vivaswan, who then passed the knowledge to his son Manu, and Manu, who is considered the father of mankind, and Manu gave this teachings to his son Ikshvaku, who comes in the dynasty of Rama and all that. So the whole series. And we also learned about paramparas. Remember that why Krishna says it, we should learn from the proper parampara. Otherwise, we may learn meanings which have been twisted by people according to their convenience. And I told you how there are some big business people who talk about Gita without talking about Krishna at all, right? They try to only take teachings which they feel will help in growing their business, which is the whole, it defeats the purpose, because Krishna is saying how material world is temporary and how we should focus on the permanent. So that was chapter 4, verse 1 and 2. In 2 also, Krishna says that the secret knowledge is passed through disciplinic succession. The secret knowledge of Bhagavad Gita is been passing down the one guru to the other guru by disciplinic succession. One is a student of another, is a student of another, like that, right? And I told you that right now we are in the Brahma Parampara. We are in the Brahma Parampara because Srila Prabhupada comes in that Parampara. And then we also learned in the verse 3 why Arjuna is chosen. Anybody remembers why Arjuna is chosen by Krishna for Bhagavad Gita? Because it got lost in the disciplinic succession. Somewhere the knowledge got lost and he comes back during Mahabharata war, and one of the purpose is to teach the Gita to Arjuna. He chose, but actually it is to all of us. We are all still learning the Gita, no? What kind of a person can learn the Gita and understand Gita? Arjuna's which qualities does Krishna say, because of which he says, I'm teaching you Gita because you are dash and dash. What are you? What does he say? Anyone remembers?
Ma'am, non-materialistic.
Yes, but he doesn't use that word. He uses two words. One begins with F and one begins with D.
Ma'am, F and
D. He says, you are my dash and dash. And that is why I'm teaching you the secret knowledge of Gita. Remember? Anyone? Remember, next time I ask you, try to remember. Krishna says that I'm choosing.
Ma'am, devotee and friend.
Yes, that's right. Who was that?
Ma'am, devotee and friend.
Correct. Who said that? I can't see. Who said that?
Ma'am, Anushka.
Anushka. Good. Anushka, that's right. You're right. Krishna says, I'm choosing you because you are my devotee and friend. That means anybody who can become a devotee and a friend of Krishna can learn the Gita. That is the eligibility. Like, suppose you have to go to engineering college or you have to go to medical college, you have to answer needs. You have to clear this entrance test. Or if you want to go abroad, you must get this much mark in SAT. So like that, if you want to understand Gita, what should you have? You should be a bhakt of Krishna, devotee. You should also be a friend of Krishna. You should consider that Krishna is your best well-wisher. Then you can learn the Gita. You're ready for understanding the Gita. Then Krishna explains when he comes. When does Krishna come? When does Krishna come on this earth?
When the earth got built.
When the earth got built? No, when you learned the shloka 4.7 and 4.8, remember? Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. Remember that?
Yes, ma'am.
So Krishna says that whenever there is adharma, right? When does Krishna come? When there is adharma, that's when he comes to protect the good people. And I told you that Krishna can easily simply send the Sudarshan Chakra and kill all the evil. He can do that very easily. But he wants to associate himself with devotees. He wants the devotees to enjoy the bliss of being with Krishna during that birth. And now also we think about the different leelas of Krishna, and we are in bliss when we do that. Right? And today we will be understanding about the 4 divisions of human society, which is greatly misunderstood and used in an improper way. We'll understand that today. Okay, but before we go, I want you all to repeat this very important shloka 4.10, which we had done last time. It's repeat after me. Vita Raga Bhaya Krodha. So let's learn it in tune. Vita Raga Bhaya Krodha. Say.
Visharaga Vaya Krodha.
Correct. Vita means free from. Vita, without. Okay. Raga means attachment to these material world and this entire attachment to people or things of this world. Vita Raga, free from attachment. Bhaya, free from all fear, no fear. Free from Krodha, no anger. Such a person, okay, Manmaya, fully in Krishna. Mam Upashrita, fully surrendered to Krishna. Krishna, you know how to take care of my family. You are protecting them. I don't have to worry. I'll do my duty. I'll do what I'm supposed to do for my family, for my children, for my parents. right? But I am fully surrendered to you, O Krishna. I have no worry. I have no fear. I have no anger, right? That emotion is very beautiful. If you can think about this shloka, it's very nice. Vita, free from raga, bhaya, krodha, no attachment, no fear, no anger, right? Man, maya, mam, upashrita. Just sure that Krishna, you're there. You know, you are everywhere. So you are so dependent on Krishna. Okay, that is true renunciation, right? So I want you to say this line again with me. Vita raga bhaya krodha. All of you.
Vitaragabhayakrodha.
Manmaya mamupashritaha. This is Krishna is saying me. Manmaya means me. Okay. Manmaya mam upashritaha.
Manmaya Vashrita.
Correct. So he says man maya, fully in me. Me means Krishna. Okay. Mam means in me. Upashrita. You know, have you heard of ashrita? Your ashray is Krishna. Fully situated in Krishna. Okay. Man maya mam upashrita. Look at the next line. Bahavo jnana tapasa. Bahavo means so many. Jnana tapasa means those who have knowledge, jnana, and those who have done penance, tapasa. Okay, what have they done? Puta, they become pure, they become clean, they don't have any thoughts of desires, or they are pure in their mind. Mad bhava magataha. Okay, mad bhavam means the bhava or the emotion is in mud, means for Krishna. And agata means they have got Krishna. Such a person, they get Krishna because they love Krishna so much. Krishna is theirs after that. Okay. So let's learn the second line also. Bahavo jnana tapasa.
Bahavo Jnana Tapsa.
Puta madbhava magataha. Puta
Puta
madbhavam agataha. Madbhavam. Mad, you can read English if you don't know to read Hindi. Let's say it again, okay? Vitaraga bhaya krodha. Say
Vitarag Bhaya Krodha.
manmaya mam upashritaha.
Manmaya Mam Upashrita.
Correct. Bahavo jnana tapasa.
Bahavo Jnana Tapasa.
Very good. Puta madbhava magataha.
Puta Madbhavam Agata.
Very good. Puta, purified. Madbhavam, emotions in Krishna. Agataha, you have got that. You get it, you win it. And then what? You become free from attachment, fear, anger, fully dependent on Krishna, right? You become a renunciate. You become a renunciate. Let's practice with Tanpura, D scale. When you practice yourself, children, you can choose which pitch is correct for your voice, because some of you may prefer higher pitch, some may prefer lower pitch. We'll just do once with the Tanpura. Just a minute. I'll just remove this ad. Yeah. Okay. Tanpura. Yeah. Let's do it one more time together. Vitaraga bhaya krodha. Okay.
Vitaragabhaya Krodha.
Madmayaya
Upashrita.
Srata.
Bhavo
Manmaya
Mam upashri
Mam uprashata
Jnanatapasa. Okay, unmute and say.
bhavo janata basa
Jnanatapasa.
Bhavano
bhavno bhava bhavo
Children,
Bhavanodantapasa
yes.
bhava bhavo janata basa
Jnanatapasa.
bhavarno tabasa
Bhutam
tad mata tad
Bhava
Yes. So please practice this. I'll share it in the group. I want you all to practice this very beautiful verse. It will teach you the benefit of Gita, how it will make you free from fear and everything. Okay, so you can still sing.
okay ma'am
Yeah, please learn it up nicely. So today we are going to understand removing reactions part. Okay, sacrifices, which we had done also in chapter 3. It's a little bit complicated to understand sacrifices, how it that gives blessings. We'll be doing that next class. Today we'll do about removing of reactions and caste system. You know, the 4 kinds of caste which Krishna has instituted, and you will understand how it is being wrongly used in society. Okay, so let's look at first up to 4.10 we finished. We also learned 4.10 together. You must learn it next class. Now let's look at 4.11. Okay, we are doing understanding verses from 11 to 24 today. Okay, in 4.11 Krishna says, as all surrender to me, that is to Krishna, accordingly I will give them the reward. Right? So if someone is a bhakt of Krishna, they will get Krishna bhakti. If someone is going to pray to Saraswati or to Ganesha or to any other demigod, who are all actually administrators working for Krishna. Okay, all other demigods, whomever you approach, you will get them. Their blessings you will get. Okay, Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he only, through him only, all the demigods give the blessings, right? So if you are praying to a demigod, you will get their blessings. If you are going to pray and concentrate your mind on Brahman, which is the energy part of Krishna, which is actually just his effulgence or his energy, the light, they will become one with that light. They don't attain Krishna, but they will be one with that light, which is difficult to stay forever, because it is difficult to fall in love with just the light of Krishna, right? They will just be in that light for some time, right? So those who are concentrating their mind on Brahman, they will get that illumination. They'll be one with that bright energy. Those who are concentrating in the Paramatma in their heart, they will attain, they will be able to be, in that beautiful feeling of being one with the God in their heart. That is Paramatma. And those who are able to look at Krishna as the person, they will be able to attain. This is supposed to be the highest form because it includes Sat, Chit, and Anand. Right? So if you're in Brahman, you actually acquire Sat. Sat and Chit and Anand, all three you get. Anand is also there when you are with Bhagavan, right? That beauty, that happiness comes when you're able to look at God as a person, and he is a transcendental person who has come on earth, and if you can, be continuously focused on Bhagavan, then you will get Bhagavan. So as you surrender in whatever form to Krishna, you will be able to accordingly get your reward. And all these actually are Krishna's parts only. It's not that it's not Krishna. Actually, he says everyone who follows, all of them are actually following my path only. They're all actually Krishna's paths only. It all leads to Krishna. Then in the 4.12, Krishna says that in this world, the people desire success in fruitive activities. That means they do something, they want. I work hard, I want to come first. I do well in music, I want to get A grade. So you're only looking at the fruits of all your activities. And most often such people, they will worship demigods. For example, they want Gyan, they will try to worship Saraswati Devi. They want to have courage, they will probably worship Durga Devi, right? Or if they want to have no vigna when they're going to do something, they will be worshipping Ganesha. Or different gods they will worship according to the desire. Okay? But soon those men will get the result of whatever work you do with that fruit in mind. You will get the result accordingly. Okay, according to what you're desiring, you will be given the fruit also. Now, this is very important. According to the three modes of material nature. Now, this I had told you long back. There are three modes of material nature: Sattva gun, Rajogun, and Tamogun. Based on these three and based on karma. So this 4.13 is little important. I want you to try and understand this nature or prakriti, everything with all the species, okay, from plants to microorganisms to human beings to animals, all of them, they are in this world because of two things. One is their nature. What is their natural nature? Are they basically sattvagun, rajogun, or tamogun? This whole prakriti is made up of these three gunas, and they are getting that particular body or form because of not only the nature but because of the karmas. Whatever karma you have done, accordingly you are getting this birth, this body, whichever form you are in. And that is how, same way, Krishna has also created the four divisions of human society. And it is not just by birth. For example, there's a doctor. Okay, suppose somebody is a doctor, it doesn't mean that the child is born, yay, the child is also a doctor. Is it like that? Is it like that? The child of a doctor becomes a doctor automatically? Yes?
No, ma'am.
No. He may become an engineer. Whatever is his mode, his mode, and based on his karma and his desires in that birth, according to what work he will do, that is what he will get. But some people, they just want to think that, oh, I'm born in such a big family, so I am, automatically I'm great. Now he got that family because of his karmas. He's born in that family because of his natural inclination to be more a sattva gun. We'll understand gunas in great detail in the later chapter. Sattva gun is basically the guna which is most wanting to do good things for others is a sattva gun. Rajogun is more ambitious. I want this, I want that. Working important, that is rajogun. Very action oriented. And tamogun is one who has, who's ignorant and he doesn't know. He doesn't know what to do. He's all the time sleepy. He doesn't want to do anything. He has so many addictions. That is tamogun. Okay, so these three gunas, whichever is more in you because of your nature, of your past births, of all the past deeds, of your past desires, accordingly you are getting, not just because you're born. And even that birth happens because of all your gunas and because of your karmas. So Krishna says that, now here it's important to understand the role of Krishna. Krishna says that I created this system, but I am a non-doer. You can't say, oh, because of you I'm getting all this trouble, oh, because of you I'm born in this horrible family, or because of you I'm suffering so much. Krishna is a non-doer. He is not doing all these, he has created the system, but Krishna is a non-doer. He is unchangeable. So if you perform your duty following the footsteps of the great people who have already done it, the great jnanis whom we have learned about, if you follow their footsteps, then we'll be free from it. So what do we learn over here? We learn that Krishna has created this caste system. Obviously, some people are doing menial work. They are the Shudras, those who are doing the work related to business class. They are the families or the people who are working for trading and getting money. They are in the Kshatriya, Brahmana, Vaishyas, the Vaishya group. Then we have those who are brave, who are supposed to protect the particular country or area from the other regions, and they're the defense. They are brave. They are given capacity, or they learn how to defend. Those are the Kshatriyas, or they are the kings, or the people who are soldiers, and they are Kshatriyas. And the foremost is the Brahmanas, who have access to knowledge, the real knowledge, and they're able to pass it on. There are many people who will be born in a Brahmana but actually Shudra by nature. because their mode of nature is like that. They may be born in a Kshatriya, but they are Vaishya by nature. So you are not, it's not based on birth. The society of people just falsely think that it is because of birth. This is very important to understand, because in society, many people consider the Hindu religion to be bad because they think, oh, God created the caste system, but they are not reading carefully that Krishna clearly says that the birth or whatever you are now is based on the gunas, your nature. What is your natural tendency? Which nature is your natural tendency? What is your karma in all your previous births? This he explains clearly in the Gita, children. But people do not read carefully and they just want to say whatever comes to their mind for whatever selfish reason. Okay, so determination of caste by birth is refuted. Refuted means no, it's not true. It's not by birth according to Bhagavad Gita, right? And then let's look at, I hope you all understood this, what I explained up to chapter 4. Verse 4.13. I have explained till verse 4.13 now. Now in 4.14, Krishna is again explaining about himself. Yeah, good. Thank you for the thumbs up, Ritika. Krishna is again explaining in verse 4.14 that no work. Yeah. Yes, Niranjana, you have a doubt?
No, ma'am, it went by accident.
Okay, okay. So Krishna is saying, now try to understand Krishna. He says that there is no work that affects me, right? Krishna is the Lord, Supreme Lord. The works that he does in his different, when he comes to the world, it's not affecting him. And he has no reason to aspire for fruits of action. One who understands it, people, they try to look at Krishna. Oh, Krishna, he did that, he did this in this world. They are not even understanding the basic thing that Krishna is a supreme Lord. He is, there's no work which affects him. There's no need for him to have any specific fruits. And one who understands this knowledge is able to understand Krishna and understand that you are you because of your nature, because of your actions. That person is not entangled in the reaction of the work that he does. Okay, all liberated souls. In text 4.15, he says that if you are liberated, those from the ancient times, those souls, many people get liberated. No, they understand Krishna and then they understand Krishna's transcendental nature, because this secret knowledge that Krishna is giving, which only not everyone can understand. Only some people can understand this knowledge. They have the chance of become liberated, like people got liberated in the ancient times. So he is explaining, Krishna is explaining to all of us in verses 4.16 to 24 after this, difference between karma, vikarma and akarma. Okay, children, when this meeting ends, we will just finish some more verses and we'll do Krishna's stories. And so please come back when the meeting ends. Please come back, okay, all of you. So in text 16, Krishna is explaining karma, vikarma and akarma. Anybody knows the difference between these three words? Anyone knows difference between karma, vikarma and akarma? Maitri says she doesn't know. I hope, Maitri, after this class, you will be able to tell me. Yes, Ritika, can you tell me what you understand?
Ma'am, I can give a guess. Like karma are normal actions of us, and akarma are the bad actions, and vikarma are the good actions. Maybe.
Not exactly, but similar meaning, Ritika. But you got a little confused with the terms. Karma is the action, usually the good actions which are good, which gives us good results. Okay, so you're doing something good, you're doing, although karma is used for all three, the word karma here is for those actions which give us good fruits. Okay, vikarma are those actions which God says, don't do, this is not correct, don't kill, don't lie, or whatever in your heart that this is something which is not the correct action, that is called vikarma. Akarma is non-action. Okay, Ritika? Akarma is non-action. That means whatever action you do actually has no result, good or bad. Why? Because you have dedicated and surrendered that to Krishna. So you, even if you do a good action, you have to get the result of it. You will get something positive, or you will be next birth born in a higher planet, or you get some heavenly planets. But when that action the amount of action you have done, when it is over, you will come back, be born on the earth as a human being. Okay, so as the good actions are done, that is karma, you will get the results. If you do bad actions which are not correct, you will have to bear the results. That is vikarma. But non-action is when you're working with no attachment, no desire, completely surrendered to Krishna and just giving whatever you do, not for any sense gratification. I'm doing this, but I want to get this joy for myself. So without that feeling, your selfless service, you're able to just work because you want to give to the world, right? You want to just be of service to Krishna and to the world. That is called non-action. It is very beautiful to understand this, that the moment you stop thinking about results, the moment you're free, read the raga, bhaya, krodha, you're free from attachment, bhaya, no fear, you're fearless. You have no anger. Why? Because you have no attachment, right? If you're attached to some desire, the desire doesn't happen, you get angry. You think, oh, when I go to school today, the teacher must say, wow, you did this project very well. And then you go to school, the teacher doesn't say anything, you're angry. So because you had the desire, right? Then you got the anger. So when you don't have desire, there'll be no anger also, no attachment, no desire, no fear also. You're not bothered. It doesn't affect you. You are doing your best for Krishna. You have nothing to worry, right? So such a person is actually doing a karma, non-action. He's not attached, no desire. This Krishna goes on explaining, and he gives little bit more and more little knowledge as we go. Like in class 1, when you go to class 2, you will also have to know ABCD. When you go to class 3, you will learn simple words. When you go to class 4, you should know ABC plus simple words, and then you will learn better, more complicated words, like that. So, Maithili, you're one of the youngest in the class. I hope you're also understanding. Karma is when you do an action for fruit, for fruitive results, and you get it. The karma is you do wrong things.